welcome to Hero Villains. Thank you for always watching and supporting the channel. Who do you think will win between Doctor Strange and Zatanna, the Magic War? Doctor Strange, Marvel's Sorcerer Supreme, is a talented neurosurgeon. After an accident that left his hands unstable, he turned to magic to heal. But then, Stephen Strange surpassed mortal limits, becoming a master of the mystical arts. He possesses the Eye of Agamotto, Cloak of Levitation, and can manipulate time, space, and reality. The ability to create shields, teleport, travel through the multiverse, all make Strange almost unbeatable in the magical world. Zatanna Zatara, the famous stage sorcerer and DC's top magician. She inherits her magical blood from her father, Zatara, and uses magic through reverse incantation, a signature style. Despite her flashy appearance, Zatanna can manipulate elements, control minds, teleport objects, and even alter reality with words. She is a key member of the Justice League Dark and has been repeatedly called one of the most powerful people in the entire DC universe. Before we dive into the analysis, please hit the subscribe button and remember to turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon. Thank you very much. Doctor Strange, whose real name is Stephen Strange, was once a leading neurosurgeon, famous for his outstanding talent and arrogant ego. His life took a different turn after a serious car accident that left his hands unable to practice. In his quest for a cure, he went to Kamartaj and met the Ancient One, who enlightened him on the path of magic and the profound secrets of the universe. Strange gradually acquired mystical knowledge and reached the pinnacle of magic, becoming the Sorcerer Supreme, who protects Earth from supernatural and multidimensional forces. Doctor Strange possesses many powerful magical weapons, notably the Eye of Agamotto, an item that helps him manipulate time and discover the truth. The Cloak of Levitation, a conscious cloak that allows him to fly and defend himself. And the Book of Vishanti, a book that records the ultimate protective spells. With his profound knowledge of ancient magic, he can open portals to teleport between different locations or dimensions, creating a strategic advantage in every confrontation. Doctor Strange also uses spells and moves originating from metaphysical dimensions. His attacks are powerful and combine defense, sealing, and changing the situation unexpectedly. Stephen Strange is also known for his ability to think quickly and analyze situations comprehensively. He does not fight with pure strength, but relies on intelligence, flexibility in handling, and sharp tactical vision. Doctor Strange has faced and overcome many dark forces with terrible power, from those who threaten the universe to metaphysical entities of evil nature. One of the most memorable battles was with Dormammu, the Lord of the Dark Dimension. In addition, Doctor Strange has also faced Mephisto many times, a demonic entity that specializes in making soul contracts and manipulating people with temptation and lies. In his encounters, Strange always sticks to his principles, never compromising his conscience to achieve his goals. Shumagorath, an ancient creature from the chaotic universe, is one of the most formidable threats Strange has ever stopped. In addition, the betrayal of Baron Mordo, a former fellow mage, further highlights Strange's internal challenges, not only fighting external enemies, but also having to deal with the consequences of his past and the fall of those who once walked the path of righteousness. Zatanna Zatara is one of the most impressive magical characters in the DC universe. Both a famous stage magician and a superhero fighting for justice, Zatanna possesses the ability to combine performing arts and real magic in a mesmerizing way. She is the daughter of John Zatara, a legendary magician from the prestigious Zatara family, which is famous for its tradition of using ancient magic and superior power. Zatanna is the ability to cast magic by saying incantations backwards, a unique style of magic called backwards magic. This form not only creates a unique identity, but is also an effective method of controlling magical energy, helping her manipulate reality. Zatanna can perform countless supernatural actions, from teleportation, mind control, object resurrecting, to changing the structure of space-time. She is also a key member of the Justice League Dark, a special branch that specializes in handling mystical threats. All Zatanna needs is her voice, a unique yet incredibly powerful tool that allows her to manipulate reality through incantations read backwards. This is the element that makes her unmistakable in the world of superhero witches. She can bend space, neutralize supernatural attacks, freeze time, or even erase the memories of an individual or an entire community. That power has made even cosmic entities like Spectre, the immortal spirit of vengeance, or Superman, the symbol of the power of justice, have to give her a certain respect and caution. Every time she chants a spell, she is not simply using magic. She often faces the most dangerous enemies in the mystical world. Not just ordinary villains, her opponents all possess high-level magical or spiritual powers, requiring absolute alertness and courage to confront. Zatanna's most formidable enemy is Brother Knight, the notorious magical crime lord in Gotham. He once turned this already chaotic city into a land filled with black magic and evil spirits, causing widespread panic. With the ambition to dominate the underworld with dark magic, Brother Knight always saw Zatanna as the greatest obstacle to his ambitions. Felix Faust, an ancient magician who specializes in exploiting dark energies, is a longtime opponent of many good magicians in DC, including Zatanna. Dr. Destiny, with the ability to manipulate dreams and reality, is a metaphysical threat. He attacks the mind, distorts perception, and sows dangerous illusions. The battle with him takes place not only in the physical world, but also in the depths of the subconscious, where Zatanna must use both her abilities and will to fight back. Please, subscribe to the channel, it will help us a lot, and moreover, you will see great videos every day. You are the best, thank you very much. Zatanna is a worthy opponent in any magical confrontation, even against a top-tier entity like Doctor Strange. Her power lies not only in her ability to use a variety of magic, but also in her extensive experience in dealing with supernatural entities of almost cosmic proportions. The Justice League rightly recognizes Zatanna as one of the most powerful sorcerers. Not only is she respected by her teammates in the JLA, she is also frequently assigned to top-secret and dangerous missions involving global mystical threats. When it comes to a direct confrontation with Doctor Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme of the Marvel Earth -616 universe, the scales could tip in his favor. Strange not only holds the title of Supreme in the Marvel magical world, but also possesses superior knowledge, artifacts, and power. Based on those factors, a victory for Strange is a reasonable assessment, but Zatanna certainly won't be going down easy. A confrontation between Zatanna and Doctor Strange could end in a number of different ways, depending on the universe in which they're fighting. In the Marvel universe, Doctor Strange, as the Sorcerer Supreme, has the upper hand. His magical powers, enhanced by mystical artifacts and his infinite knowledge of the dimensions, make him a formidable opponent. Thanks to his ability to manipulate time, space, and metaphysical entities, Strange would win in almost every scenario, with a win rate of nearly 10 out of 10. However, if the fight took place in the DC universe, where Zatanna could make the most of her powers, things would be different. Zatanna possesses the ability to manipulate magic through inverted spells, which gives her unlimited flexibility and creativity. She's also familiar with enemies of comparable magical power and has fought near-cosmic entities. In the context of the DC universe, where she has a deep understanding of the rules and resources of magic, Zatanna would have a distinct advantage and likely win. Stephen Strange is a very powerful sorcerer, and even more so, a sorcerer with the backing of many god-level entities. He is not a natural magical being. Almost all of his power comes from developing the ability to communicate with the universe itself or ask entities for help. The Crimson Bands of Sidorak, Bolts of Bedevilment, Flames of the Faltine, Images of Icon, Mists of Monopore, and Seven Rings of Ragador are all powered by entities that exist only in his own multiverse. Doctor Strange's most powerful abilities that are not powered by these entities are the Cloak of Levitation, the ability to use mental magic, although it is much more limited than his ability to manipulate the world, and his limited ability to manipulate reality using only his own knowledge of magic. And that is assuming those powers are effective in universes he has never been to and are completely different from his own. In contrast, Zatanna is not only a capable sorceress with mystical knowledge, but she actually has magic herself. She does not have to learn to use magic like the majority of sorcerers in the DC universe. She is descended from a long line of magic users, and I am not counting her father here. For all her versatility and power, she is no match for the entities that Strange summons and casts spells on all the time. There are many encounters in her own story where she is defeated by demons, and while the likes of the Demons 3 are powerful, they are not on par with half the creatures that Strange summons. Zatanna would have trouble with one of the Demons 3 unless she was prepared for the fight. I don't see her breaking free of any entity-powered binding spells or breaking any shields he casts with one of those entities for power. She cannot beat Doctor Strange, especially if he knows that she needs to recite all of her spells backwards for them to be effective. He has similar limitations, but his are much less all or nothing. However, if he were stripped of his biggest guns, she would outclass him in raw power and could probably beat him. The only way I feel like she could beat him is by using science instead of magic. He doesn't really have good options for creating a vacuum or affecting the ambient temperature in an area. Zatanna doesn't have those limitations. She wouldn't normally try to knock someone out in such an indirect way. While she has won against formidable opponents like Scarlet Witch in crossover events, that doesn't change the fact that Scarlet Witch, while powerful, is still not on the same level as Strange. Doctor Strange has proven himself to be powerful in battles beyond the capabilities of most other sorcerers, including facing off against such great entities as Galactus, Adam Warlock with the Infinity Gauntlet, Eternity, and even the Living Tribunal, one of the most powerful entities in the Marvel Universe. Doctor Strange can manipulate space and time in ways that Zatanna cannot match. In a confrontation, Strange can turn Zatanna into anything, even a cockroach, and easily crush her in an instant. Although Zatanna comes from a line of powerful sorcerers and is a natural-born sorcerer, Doctor Strange's power is completely superior. Zatanna can win in small fights, but in a direct confrontation with Strange, she will not be able to stand. Doctor Strange is a character that can threaten the universe, something Zatanna has never faced. Strange's victory was not only due to his superior magical power, but also Strange's tactical skills were an important factor in his victory. He was not only powerful in using magic, but also very calm and clear-headed in handling dangerous situations. Strange's calmness allowed him to see problems from many angles and always have a backup plan to deal with any situation, making Strange's victory not only about magic, but also about the soul. I hope you enjoy this fight. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Follow me if you like. That's today's video. Thank you very much.